Hi, everybody. I'd like to introduce to you what might be the lowest capital investment cost, lowest electrical cost, and the lowest maintenance cost manure sand separation system on the market today. Here's a quick overview of the design before we jump into a video of it in action. Raw manure enters the facility into a reception tank in yellow. Simultaneously, wastewater from your storage facility enters the sand separation liquid filtration system in blue. Next, 100% of the raw manure is filtered through the waste stream filter to remove damaging debris from your waste stream. Manure then enters the primary sand separator. It gravity flows to the secondary sand separator. Separated sand enters the sand washer where it is washed and gets piled in the stacking area. Separated manure gravity flows to the effluent tank where it is pumped to long-term storage. Separated debris is collected in a bucket for outside disposal.
Manure from barn 1 from the pump house right behind that door is pumped to the sand separation building right under this door right here. Manure from barns 2 and 3 are pumped with a piston pump from this pump house approximately 300 feet to the other side of that sand building. 100% of the manure from the farm is pumped to the sand separation room right into this reception tank. This is a steel reception tank that sits right on the floor of the building. These two piston pumps feed the sand separation system. 100% of the manure in the farm goes through this machine right here. This is the incoming manure from the barns into the reception tank in the sand separation building. This is the reception tank that receives 100% of the manure from the farm before it is separated. This machine right here is a junk remover. It also breaks the sand. It pre-separates the sand from the manure before it goes into separation, allowing for a greater rate of separation. This cross auger right here and bucket receives all the junk that's removed from the system before it is separated. This guy is emptying the junk from the waste stream filter in our sand separation system. It's mostly long grain fiber, ear tags, hoof blocks, things like that. This is sand separator number 1. It receives 100% of the manure from the farm. Separator number 2 also receives 100% of the manure from the farm. It overflows from separator number 1. This is the manure separation water manifold. This is where the liquid from the waste storage facility is injected into the bottom of the separators to facilitate separation. This machine is a sand washer. It washes the sand after it is separated. A washed sand product is able to dry very quickly and it's able to be put back in the barn within 3 to 5 days, even in the winter. This is our return water filtration system. The water that comes back from the waste storage facility to help facilitate separation is filtered here before it's injected into the sand separators. We need about 120 gallons a minute at this point, which produces about 100 gallons a minute of separation water. On this farm, we require 2 separators to filter the return water to produce enough water. This tank receives that filtered water and allows for a runtime of about 45 minutes before the pump needs to turn back on and start feeding the system again. There's a pump on this raft that pumps manure water at 120 gallons a minute into that separation building. liquid from waste storage facility 2 is transferred here at a slow rate at about 120 gallons a minute. And that's where we get our separation water for our sand separation system. We're going to take a look in the electrical room. We have hot water in here. There's going to be a pressure washer for the building. We have in-floor heat. So this is our water room, our heat room, and our electrical control panel and system is right here. It's a very simple system. They also have a monitoring system here in this room to monitor all aspects of the sand system for the entire farm. We're going to count the horsepower in this room. This is approximately 2,000 cows on this dairy. We have 7.5 horsepower. We have 15 horsepower. We have 1 horsepower. We have a half a horsepower here. 1 horsepower. 1 horsepower. And on the far side of the room, where we have our 2 drum separators spinning, each one of those is 1 horsepower. The discharge pump to the lagoon is 10 horsepower. The junk remover is 1 horsepower. Here's our piles of separated sand in the sand stacking room. There's 3 days worth of sand in here, and we're coming to the end of this day. This is what a production pile looks like. Here's the runoff water from, that's the runoff water from the sand washer where the sand comes out.